Welcome back to Dan Ventures Out. Today we're in the Southern Highlands region of southwest Sydney, the home of the Shoalhaven Water Supply Scheme. We're visiting two of these water reserves, Fitzroy Falls Dam, most famously known for its waterfalls, and Wingecarribee Dam, which can feed multiple rivers depending on the requirements of the local communities. Join me as we investigate a little bit more about these dams and the scheme they were built for. Now, without further ado, let's get to it. This isn't the way to the dam. It's a marked road on the map, but clearly not the correct marked road. We'll check the next one. This is Fitzroy Falls Dam, and I do believe this is the closest you can get to the water's edge. I'm just going to take a quick walk around the area here. There are several tables and chairs, push to start barbecues here, all in amongst the natural trees. Just through the trees out here you can see the reservoir. Look at that, they also have a kids' play equipment. Well, here we have another undercover area. You can see two nice barbecues over here. And you know what? They also have an older style boiling water. Quick note, these barbecues are super new. Look at that. They are nice. Real nice. Bathrooms are just over there. So we have some information here on the Fitzroy Falls Reservoir. There are a few areas here you're allowed to use. The A and B zones and C zones. A is the picnic area, the B zone is for the sailing club only, and C is a fishing area. On the next side here we have information on the little rainbow trout, how to identify it, a bit of the biology of the little fella. The next side is about the fishing law for the reservoir here, because it is a water source. Rods limit, distance between the rods, the size of the fish caught, bag limits, bait rules, that kind of thing. Lastly, here we have information on the Shoalhaven scheme, the main reason we are here. So basically it's a dual purpose water supply and hydroelectric project that was started in 1972, finishing in 1978, costing about $130 million to complete. Now, for reference, Fitzroy Falls Reservoir here isn't the only part of this scheme. There are actually three main parts of the scheme: Fitzroy Falls Dam or Reservoir, the Wingecarribee Reservoir, and the Tallowa Dam. So Fitzroy Falls Dam is connected to Bendeela pullage via Bendeela pumping and power stations, allowing it to act both as a hydroelectric plant and a storage reservoir that can send water to the Tallowa Dam. There are two locations where hydroelectricity is generated in this scheme. One was Bendeela Power Station, the other is in Kangaroo Valley. A bit further on from the previous set of information, we have a new sign talking about the engineering features of Fitzroy Falls Dam here. So we've got information, for example, the size of the main dam is 1,530 meters long, has a maximum height of 14 meters, has a reservoir storage total of 23,500 megaliters. Now, I was hoping to walk along the dam wall, but I guess it makes sense that, like most of the dam walls, you're not allowed to. Maximum penalty exceeds $40,000, so there's no chance I'll be going this way. But this is the actual dam wall here. I believe it does have a small turn at one point, but it totals over 1 kilometer long, which is pretty cool. And then they have the sailing club area as well, but it is also close to the public. So the best views we're going to get are from here, really. You can just see some of the reservoir over there. I think I might try the fishing area, see if we can get down to the water's edge there instead. Just had a quick look at the maps to see how to get to the fishing area. And it looks like if you follow this road, you would get there. That takes you to the fishing area. Hopefully I'll be able to go around on the main road and get to it from the other side. Got a little gate to jump over. We've got some information here. Parking, toilets, land-based fishing and a walking track. I'll take this out to the water. Now, this whole area is like unmarked. The walking trails, the fishing areas. So I'm just gonna literally go for a wander, see what I find out here. Now that is nicer. Well, as it turned out, this side of the dam is really beautiful. Get to see amazing sights, and you're able to go fishing here as well, which is really, really cool. I might put that on the list as a fishing location for another time. But from here, we're going to move on to our second dam. It is Wingecarribee Dam, or Reservoir, and it's not too far from here. So there is another path that we're going to go down quickly here, just to see where it goes and what's down here. I want to make sure we check out all the places we can see though. The most curious thing about this area here is it's not even on a map. I tried searching up like Fitzroy Falls Reservoir fishing area or fishing areas in Fitzroy Falls, all of that kind of thing. No information I could find on Google Maps. So it's kind of like a little hidden secret of the area here, it seems like. Now if the fish actually bite out here, it'll be an awesome calm place to come visit. Look at that. Let me get right out there. Another lovely area. Lovely indeed. If you're happy to fish from the shore and are after some salmon or trout, I'd come here and check it out if I were you. Bring yourself a camp chair as well. Relax out here, catch some fish. Let's move on to the next spot, guys. Well, here we are at Wingecarribee Dam. Have a look at this. Here we have the dam wall, and of course the dam or reservoir as well. Tables and chairs this way, tables and chairs that way. There is a good amount of them. This is Wingecarribee Dam. And look how far out it stretches. It is another part of the Shoalhaven scheme designed to collect water for the local community as well as Sydney. The dam here is about 15 kilometers southwest of Bowral. It's actually quite far out here. The wall itself is about 19 meters tall and 1,140 meters long. The dam also holds about 25,000 megaliters of water. Probably the most interesting thing about this reservoir here is it can supply Sydney with water. This is done through channels that can divert the water to 2 different locations from this reservoir. It can go to Warragamba River, which obviously leads to Warragamba Dam, or through the Glen Quarry Creek, water can be sent all the way to the Nepean River and furthermore to Nepean and Avon dams via a system of rock cuttings and tunnels known as Glen Quarry Cut. Water from the Nepean Dam can be transferred to Sydney or to Wollongong via Avon Dam. Because as we know from previous videos, all the dams in the Upper Nepean Water Supply Scheme are connected. Well, here we have a tiny bit of information about the picnic area here at Wingecarribee. Now I do hope I'm saying this right. I googled it. Google Translate told me. Just the similar standard information. I can see it just barely, but I can definitely hear that there's water coming out of the little spillway they have here. Just there, that tiny little bit of white. That's water coming down the dam, just to keep the rivers running naturally, I believe. I think that's the direction anyways. There is a 3rd reservoir in the Shoalhaven scheme. It is Tallowa Dam. Tallowa Dam was completed in 1976 and is a concrete gravity dam located slightly west of Kangaroo Valley. It is a much bigger dam at 43 meters tall, although not quite as long at only 500 meters in length. The capacity of that dam is much bigger than the other 2 combined at 85,000 megaliters, and it is more commonly known as Lake Urunga. Well, it looks like from here we're going to move on to our next spot, and hopefully we can see the other side or the other outlet for this dam. We're right near the sign to Kangaloon, and not 100 meters from that is where the Glen Quarry Cut Bridge is found. Let's check it out. Glen Quarry Cut Bridge. Here's the bridge itself. A bit older, a little bit rustic. Might need a little bit of maintenance soon, fellas. Although I don't think it's a particularly busy area. If we get up on the side here, we can see Glen Quarry Cut. So this is obviously the reservoir side of the cut. And there it is. Cool. So it appears to me like that part of it has the spillway, or has the ability to expend water, let's put it that way. Unfortunately we can't get any closer, it seems, because as you'll see in a moment, the areas are all blocked off and penalties apply for trespassing, which is a shame. So this would be where you could go down to it and have a good look. No access for anybody, except for city water, of course, which is fine, but I would have liked to just go down there and have a look at it. Here's what it is. I'd also like to shout out to the comment section of my videos. Thanks for always suggesting cool new places to go, just like this one at Glen Quarry Cut. Be sure to continue to comment in my videos and give suggestions of cool new places I might be able to visit. Another reminder, be sure to check out my other dam related videos. I have a playlist which will be above about the Upper Nepean dams, and I've also done a video at Warragamba Dam as well. Be sure to check them out after watching this. Alrighty, well, we're pretty much done here with visiting two of the dams that make up the Shoalhaven scheme. Wingecarribee Reservoir is the most adaptable of the two. It can feed two important rivers that supply water to Sydney as well as to the locals. It also has some decent picnic areas, a set of toilets. You could come here for a nice day out. Fitzroy Falls Reservoir, on the other hand, really is unique. It is really the only dam I know of that allows you to fish from a section of it, which is really cool. The dam itself was nice. It had the facilities there of barbecues, undercover areas, the hot water systems, a play area as well, so a little more family friendly. Although from that area you can't get to the water's edge, which is a bit of a shame. On the flip side, when you go around the roads to the fishing areas, man, I really think that's an awesome place. You could go not only to fish, but to have a family day out. You can bring yourself some picnic tables and picnic chairs and have yourself a little barbecue out there, depending on the season. Be careful of fire bans, please. And also have the opportunity to go fishing and then just go for a walk through nature there. It was really interesting to learn about the Shoalhaven scheme as well. Its main purpose, as we now know, is to back up Sydney's water supply, which is mainly drawn from Warragamba Dam, which can be backed up by the Nepean Dam, Avon Dam, and those dams can be backed up further by the dams we've seen today. Not only that, the dams here can also provide hydroelectricity for the local people, which is another plus. A sustainable source of electricity for the local people is a big win. Anyway guys, thanks so much for joining me today. Be sure to subscribe to support the channel, and we will catch you the next time we venture out.